All right, all right. We are getting on for Fantasy Friday. I'm just gonna pop over to the game here. Um, as you can see, we probably left in a very different place than we played last time, but that's because I had to do the event stuff and make sure I had that before stuff. And because now I've got the umbrella from the event. There's always the event stuff is always fun. Or actually, it's raining, so this emote would actively work really well for the rain. Alright, take it off for now. We were. Minion guide, huh? We select from favorite. There, it was there. This guy needs to go into favorites here now. Sure, we'll have a little puppers running with us for now. Little wolf pup is so cute. Reminds me of a German Shepherd. He is so cute. Okay, I'm distracted. Let's go. We're going to Vesper Bay, because that's where we need to go. We're going to Vesper Bay. He's a good girl, Pixie. So many cords hanging around. So excited at it. Where am I going? Probably in here. Usually in here. Oh, Tataro's right there. Let's chat with Tataro. A messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordana. I wasn't privy to his conversation with the Ascendant, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that the Ixal have summoned Garuda again? Or mayhap Imperial forces had been sighted within the Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the Ascendant if there's anything you can do. Whee! Whee! I cannot pronounce that word. I need to figure out how to pronounce that word. I should probably learn how to pronounce that word. Probably. Or just give up altogether and not read it at all. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Thine arrival is customarily timely. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one not quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianger says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to the ones observed more than 5 years ago. Though I had hoped the Mughals guard beyond such follies. Oh yeah, it's this one. Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation. It's this one. Okay. Thy presence has been requested by Commander Helionox. He awaiteth thee at the Adder's Nest. Pray hasten to Gridania. Ida and Papalimo will rendezvous with you. There. May you walk in the light of the crystal. I forgot that this one was actively part. I thought this was like a side story I had to go unlock. But I guess not? I forgot this one even existed. Like, in the main story. I thought this was in a side story that I had to unlock. It's all good. For an afterward, this is fairly silly. Like, I'm not taking lightly the situation they find themselves in sometimes, but it's like, some of these, I'm like, this, if I remember correctly, if this is the one I'm thinking of, it's fairly silly. It's fairly silly. Silly. A pleasure to see you as always, Private Moon. Thank you for coming so swiftly. I could I could think of no one more qualified to, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. I don't need any of those, so we're gonna do that. Okay. Yeah, hail to the king. Yep, yeah, this is fairly, I thought this was a side, I forgot that this was part of the main story. I thought this was a side story, but okay. Not long ago, the Mughal Kuplo Kop visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedseer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Mughal kind, one which would imperil the entire 12th Wood if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Mughals. The rest you should hear from Kuplo Kop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seedseer at the Lotus Stand. Okay then. Be interested to see if I could spot some new glam pieces, because something just came to the Moogle store, and I've been seeing it all over, but I haven't like in game yet. So Lotus Stand. Why is it not showing? The Lotus Stand's over this way. That's why. Conjurer's Guild. We need to go to the Conjurer's Guild. Talk to the Silent Conjurer. Please, you have to stop them. But you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle, no, firm thrashing is in order. Yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kuplo Kop. Can you not see that she hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful I am that you have come. And upon such short notice, truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplo Kop has brought us news of a most unsettling development. It would seem that the good King Moogle Mox the 12th has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, we Moogles served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there. Unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Moogles. So good King Moogle the 12th, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Moogles should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Moogle the 12th, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Moogles came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Moogle Mog the 12th. May his courageous sacrifice ever be forgotten. Never be forgotten. He alone will remain in the heavens that Moogle kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens, from what I understand. That being your reason for contacting us, yes? I bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea. The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Mughal the XII is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Mughals with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take a drastic measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought into the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by heroics of a chosen few. To you who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this last period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mughal squads are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes, come what may. I assure you, the Mughal squad only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of the good King Mughal the XII, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they have started to get a little carried away, Kupo. Verging on a lot, in fact. Like the sylphs who summon Rama, you mean? We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Mughals in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Mughal kind, but to Gradania as a whole. Thus, we do beseech you, confront good King Mughal the XII, and drive him from our midst. Alright. Yeah. Humbly, I do thank you. Ooh. The sanctuary of the Mughals' guard and their liege lord is concealed by magic wards. Brother Isumayan of the Conjurers Guild will doubtlessly be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any farther. I forgot that this was here. I thought this was like a side story. I forgot that this was main story. I think this was this? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Oh. Sumiyan. Welcome. Welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Mughal the XII is of great comfort to me and the elementals both. I am sure you know the Mughals are not by their nature a warlike race, yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary, and inform me when you're ready to seek the king. I think I need the casting specifically. Where did I get the... Where did I get the... buffalo cap? Where the heck did I get that? Weird. I don't remember this. That's okay. I remember correctly, I have to use this too. Put that in the chest. Yeah. Nope, I don't need that. Okay, right now. Recommended cure. The wards bearing access to the King's Sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones. The self-same method employed 5 years ago when the first king was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction slaying of the guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Huplokop confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Mughals guards themselves. Yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Mughals might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Huplokop's keystones. I go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at Wetshore Pier. Press upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. Okay. I have so many stuff in my inventory right now that I probably don't even need. But I have really no way to remove yet. Lancers Guild. He is close to the Lancers Guild. So, how will you do it, Koopa? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there truly is no other way, I'll do it, Koopa. Take the ferry to Sweetbloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Seek passage to Sweetbloom Pier. Board the ferry, yes. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this Lalafell? Imperial Gridanian Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his kinsmoogles, he plots treason against the crown. Enough. Kuplokop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Moogle the 12th. May he reign forevermore, Kupo. Those Moogles are rather large. The king is planning to purge the 12 woods of his enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late. The entrance to Thorn March is deeper than the Bramble Patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward, but be warned, the Moogle's guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo. They've changed this. Okay. I'm not I'm not crazy. They did change this because this was never something I had. This was never an escort quest when I first did this. And I feel like this was a side quest that they've now added in as a main quest. Damn. That's okay though. But this was not an escort quest before. Need to bring that little guy out. Going, going. Go up through this way and up that way, okay. Gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. You were behind us. You were not supposed to be behind us. I do not like this, Sam. I am. I do not like this green eggs and ham. They definitely changed some things. Not hating it. I just am noticing. Get out of there. Keep going. Keep going. Here we are, Kupo. I don't see any more beasts, do you? We are ready to face the King, Kupo. Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you attune to an aether site, Kupo. I'll open the way for you. let's go. Oh. Did they change this to a duty instead of a dungeon as well? The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish Moogles a lesson, and send the king back whence he came. Why, there, this one I might have to do with actual people. I might actually have to do this with people. I don't know. I don't see an option to do it with NPCs. Well, I guess we're doing this with other people. There's no way around it. I don't like doing it. I don't mind doing it with other people. In reality, I don't. But I don't like doing it during stream. One is because it's not like they know what's happening all the time. And two, I'm not sure what's going to be said in the chats. Not that you can see much of the chat as is, but still, it's just how it is. But sometimes it has to be done. Oh, hello. Are we both waiting for this dungeon to pop? A lot we can do either. Wee. I do like I like flying. The fact that I have flying open now makes me so happy. Wee. I don't know what else to do until that thing pops, because that's like kind of where we're at for story. Can't do anything more. Wee. Let's just go flying. We'll go fly. We'll fly. Shouldn't be too much longer. Sometimes I do wish, there it goes. I do wish that, the friend that got me into this, I still play with. We didn't play often then, but we really haven't. Like, he's never on when I'm on, and it's sad, but also I'm not on as often either, so it's like, oh man. Moogles! Moogles! Moogles are so cute. I like Moogles. Hoopo? Who's in the Seventh Hells are they? Meddling adventurers, I'd wager. Moogle's Guard, to arms! Defend the king, Hoopo! I should probably... It's fine. I have not done this in a while. I don't do this dungeon very often. I remember there's some things that I'm like, I don't... But yeah, kind of sad. They're never on at the same times anymore. Wasn't sure if I was supposed to stand in that or not. This is so silly, I'm not gonna lie. This is fun music. This needs to end up on a playlist somewhere. Okie dokie. What are they doing? Cool. Alright. Aww, I received player accommodations. That's so sweet. You did it, Kupo! You did it! Good King Mugglemog, good servant! The 12th. May his reigns, may his soul rest in peace, is no more! I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Muggle's guard when you did. Thank you. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have a choice words for them too. You should go tell Puckney Pack. Oh shoot, I forgot to. I couldn't read that. I did not read that in time, and I clicked it. In this map, am I on anyway? I am not on that map. Okay. Ooh. I can fly. Here it is. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Mugglemog the 12th, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen? All Moogle kind owes you a debt, Kupo. And I sense wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without further interruption. Your bravery in service of the 12 Woods and her Moogle shall not be forgotten. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the woman responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. I guess we can go. Wait. Weird. I don't know. Okay. Where is the... It's right there. Sometimes my brain just does not see that. Oh well. You have returned to us unharmed and victorious. Thus I have 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Mughals don't worship him for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Mughals called forth a being that by right should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the aether which comprised him instead being scattered to the four winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means, Asians, the whole business reeks of their handiwork. Kupo? They said it was a masked man who taught them how years ago, but Grajania has no short of masked men, and I never thought to question. Confound it all, how many more will they ensnare in their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. As long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we purify primal visitation, a somber thought, but a statuary one. My heartfelt thanks. Already, the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing the other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seedseer, mayhap you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise I'm just going to say her name, because I'm not going to try to pronounce that word anymore. Okay, we're clear. Good. And apprise Minfilia of all that has transpired. Okay, so it's the same level, different. Okay, I'm not opening it, I guess. Oh, we need to get rid of Waking Sands. Let's use this. Go talk directly to Minfilia. Oh, I was clicking to that too fast. So, it is as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Asians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks. I was about to, skip through. I don't know why. Time has come. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, we need for caution overrides all other concerns. Move north is as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seems only right that I should be the last slave, and I would have you remain with me until the end. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premise will be given into the care of Ryanje. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our order's history. It may happen as best that we do not forsake them entirely. Ryanje shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought so long for. Of course, he will not be alone. Alize shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurance that they will not hesitate to contact us. We haven't even met Alize yet. Oh. Speaking of Ryanje, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something important. I don't think Alize really had joined. Did she mean Alphino? Confused. Thou art ever welcome, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thou countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap you think the chapter of our tale is concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely strayed into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor, faded by the eons. And still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. Be not offended, Ellie. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhaps it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that be the same could be said of whence came that cry? The sonar. 'Twas portent. Fortend. Let's go! Enough standing around. Let's go. Let's go. You must. Oh no, we're gonna have ads starting here soon. But tell me, Louis Sois, would you have done the same? Louis Sois Olivier was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. An Ascian here! How? How readily you see you are indeed gifted. But you are not like the others, your robes. Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebearers. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. You speak of La Habrea? La Habrea is a warrior. He fought. He fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he is still. Come, I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no secession, no oblivion, only expulsion. You, what are... We're ready when you are, my lady. If there's nothing else... Oh, alright. Ads, ads, ads! Okay, we're gonna take a quick break for the ads, and I will be back shortly. Alright, and we are back. We are back. Yes. Nothing the matter. I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure we'll get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth is there in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive not. So it is with all but a chosen few, even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me, nothing. The gift grants you clarity, it grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Brea did not think so highly of the echo. La Brea is wrong about a great many things. The echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we do, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. Leave as I came in peace. I leave as I came, in peace. May we meet again as friends. Wait, stay where you are! And that's where the scream comes in. Mayhap I was indelicate. To say mercy she wields her children. It's the mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. But it is also by her hand that you survived the Ador, I wonder. Oh, I take it there is no need to explain. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you all right? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldassian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady. Was that what gave you cause to cry out? I did, but moments ago glimpse a figure in white. I did it but moments ago, glimpse a figure clad in white, set forth from the waking sands. The Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Pray attend me, Tataru. Searching for the white-robed Ascian. Yes. the heck do I... There's just so much going on over there. Okay, so that's why I got confused. There's just so much going on over here. Oh, he's right there. I am told that you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. You bastard. Not currently concerned. Really? That guy's just gonna probably... There it is. Oops. No. Guys. Survive too long. No, that's not... Oh lordy, where's my bird and why isn't he healing me? Birdie, heal. No! Birdie, you were supposed to heal! You were supposed to heal me! What's going on? Birdie! Birdie! I need to use this to get me back to Vesper Bay. Question is, to be honest, I don't even know. Ow. Ow. Hey, you guys. Lordy. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save she who is best in La Habrea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted by to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with Mentfilia, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren he was considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that she could cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain. But surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world shall soon change. As it was, so it shall be again, as it should always have been. Oh my god! Okay. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I, Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. His words, which were so confusing, were probably confusing when I first played this. Were not confusing anymore. They were once confusing. I would be my gather. I don't remember that conversation, I'll be honest. I feel like some of these things were tweaked from before the first time I played it, and like some of these things I don't remember as well. And like some of these things I'm like, I obviously remember doing this. But stuff like that, I'm like, that doesn't quite like the Moogles I remember doing, but I remember it being a side story. Not a main story. And then this one definitely felt different. Like, I don't remember everything, but up to this point, I feel like I did remember everything. And now things just feel a little different than when they used to. Like, that's not a bad thing, but I think they definitely fine-tuned some things since last time I played it, which is why it's different. But that is what it is, and nothing wrong with it. It's just very interesting, you know? Considering where yeah. Thank the gods you've returned. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive. Beg pardon, he was waiting for you? What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so shall it be again. Of when does he speak, and of what exactly? The words of this Elidibus portend much but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Habrea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with the wealth of additional questions. Build on the stone. Let us set aside the matter of this Ascian until after we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with the vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believe to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Urianger will fare better. I tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Some days I am better at reading aloud than others. That is a fact. Sometimes I'm just ain't good at it. I thought thee departed. To what end doth thou linger? The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well, can I imagine Minfilia's pain? Upon mine honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. This is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet, once you have given the journal to Urianger, I bid you come to the seventh heaven in Revenant Toll. Tataru will be there to show you inside the new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new Aetherite in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right by our doorstep. I will be using that wonderful ether site. Oh yeah. I'm Mr. Outlandish Man, who I obviously know exactly who you are, and that disguise does you no good. Uh-huh. Mr. Scurvy. Oh, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. As I was just telling your restive receptionist here, I am pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us as the Waking Sand ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Take that odd-looking fellow over there, for example. He's been eyeing us most suspiciously ever since we arrived. I cannot help but wonder if we are truly safe here. Oh yeah. The outlandish man. Mr. Scurvy. That man. I can't say I've spoken to him myself, but rumor has it he's come to hunt for ancient treasures in the Crystal Tower. You've seen the structure I heard of, no? It'd be hard to miss it. That massive pillar of shining crystal that looms high over the land just to the southwest of here. Oh my god, we're gonna meet him! My heart! If the tales are to be believed, it is a remnant of some ancient civilization. The details remain a mystery, and there's no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. The man over there is no exception, and if my instincts are true, he knows more than most. If you're curious about the tower yourself, you could do worse than talk to him and see what he knows. Why, if I weren't otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. I mean, just look at it. I can scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside. Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. With that, I do believe it's time you officially announced your presence to everyone inside. Manphilly and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. I think I have to Crystal Tower at some point. It's here soon. The Crystal Tower quest series is now available from the Outlandish Man. In order to progress the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. While you are granted a respite from your duties as a scion, use your time to probe the depths of the Crystal Tower and see what ancient secrets may be gleaned. Yep. First, though, we're gonna go chat with everybody. Oh, Cory Boulder. We love you, sir. We love you. Where's your friend? Well, it is certainly spacious. Today marks a new beginning for the science of the Seventh Dawn, for today we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, Manphilly and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Science of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. For Eorzea! A moment of your time. I would speak of Lidibus. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Valdesian hath been met with silence. No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No, no, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. No, none can penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge both, oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Valdesian, they may know of it. Though, the thought of it pains me. Until such a time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. 'Tis possible that others in the homeland... Ooh. That's better. Okay. 'Tis possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however. They are unlike it to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Asian, perhaps? Or Ochre or Poos? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time, I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystal of darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Asian menace. But I was wrong. He endures, and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elizabeth spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand. I discern them all around, in disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it at once. Ah, my stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Kryl, where are you? Kryl! Kryl! We love Kryl. Oh, Elidibus. Your intercession was not foretold. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion, your intentions unclear. They survived the seventh Ador and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not to cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see. What does that one mean? What does that one mean? Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce has it begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amalji and Sons, Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been a target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly to tell you what that may imply. The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have yet been able to identify a likely suspect. The concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been a merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of a self-interest but in service to a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for the horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Eustola when you arrive. She and Thagrid have already begun preliminary investigation. I have every confidence the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. We are still in the afterwards. We should probably, excuse me, also grab that outlandish man and his quest. Just so that I have it for when I need to go to it. I don't need really anything else. I just know I'm going to need... Alright, outlandish man. Do I know you? Ah, unless I am very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Guardian Empire's general, are you not? The great Ellie Moon herself. Amazing. And more than a little serendipitous, one might even call it fate, but I recently received word of a truly unique opportunity. You see, an opportunity the like of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. The reward, not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk, a single misstep could cost you your life. But what is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? A woman with absolute confidence in her own ability stands to profit handsomely from this adventure. Really knows how to smooth talk, even though he is our enemy who's... No. I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. Lies. If my words have fanned the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name of Rambros at St. Coinage is fine. It is he who stands at the doorway to unhold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. Okay. Both of those are things we gotta work on. Ooh. We are going to go and do this one though. Up. Ah, your assistance is most welcome. I have already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I would go into further detail, but your time might be better spent in conversation with Ufulupa. He's the officer charged with leading the investigation, and would only be repeating that which he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. Ufulupa. Hello there. Ellie, was it? If Yustola said to expect you. Horrible, terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, a driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints at the Royal Allegan Sunway. The cart bolted off towards eastern Thenelin, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage, that would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Amalja do have a foothold in eastern Thenelin. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else it could. Do miss me, friends. I am back, but I fear I've come bearing disappointing news, or, on second thought, perhaps it's good news, after all. Thancred, whatever have you been off to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I took a brief excursion to the east to check out our Amalja friends. And wouldn't you believe it, I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends in the Brass Blades intercept it. In all my years, I have never seen such a prodigious quantity of somas. The Blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. Is that so? Alas, I suppose we had no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us. Sounds like... Okay. I think, Rid. We can do you. Against all expectation, it would seem the Amalja are innocent in this particular spat of crimes. By all indication, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motives were for profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Urianger of our progress, or lack thereof. What was that brief part voice? None of those earrings are going to do me any good. Any bright ideas? Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight. No, well done. For want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Ufulupa's brain again. Who knows? If we work together, we may find something of use nestled away within it. Or this poor guy. Oh, but it is good to see you return. I have given some thought to the matter, and I have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Ufulupa. What is this disturbing possibility in which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice so far, for so long, and it came to me, what if there is someone amongst our own ranks conspiring with them, a traitor in our midst? It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved to be well-founded, Fufulupa. Indeed. If for reasons of security, the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another locations, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. Ah, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as willy as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concerned be eager to present them with such an obvious target, nay. They might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone Makote miner, traveling without escort as to not to attract undue attention. But who? Ah, I see. Yes, the concerned may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way, mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerlea. A fine spot for a rest. Would you not agree? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Ah, forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if the thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer some encouragement. Where's the spotted one? There it is. There's the destination. No, I do not want to join a fate. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Stubborn to the last as expected. Are you unharmed? A gang of sea wolf thieves, and in Thanalin, no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea wolves, all of them. Aye, and all with the same taste in facial tattoo. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. Thinkard, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon, then. Bufulupa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. It's such a cute little miner's outfit that she's got on. Ooh. On behalf of the Brass Blades, the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. But we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? Then by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. No, I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he, managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detach him and made good his escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling the somas we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea-wolf, Lominson born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him. You have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me appraised of any developments. Yes. She's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed, or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? I don't even need all the earrings because I have a good pair of earrings because... Benfilia bid me tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphino awaits you coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident. I am not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphino has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down the traitorous brass blade. And when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. You are late. No matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, the vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with Doma, yes? In Othard? Well, like the rest of the nations in the eastern continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale. And more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity. Do not think, come with me to Ul'dah, unless you are and I am mistaken, and I'm rarely mistaken. You are so arrogant, sir. We will find the Doman bickering with the Sultan of Sworn on the Royal Promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings. Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it would seem fair to assume that they may be being pursued by some. And if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Elda. Looks like we are going to have ads here momentarily. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a quick break. And I will be back shortly after ads. Alrighty. Let's go. Let's see. Alright. I know we technically just came back from ads, but I'm also realizing that I am feeling a little tired. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, guys. Everybody have a great rest of your day or time zone. I do apologize, but I am going to go ahead and call it a night. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye!